Welcome back. We are here for round 3. This hand is kind of terrible. We're gonna mulligan this hand. This hand is much better. We'll keep it. And we'll keep that island on top too. Sweet. Alright, we're playing against a blue deck. Having turn 2 Cosmic Sentinel into turn 3 Vile Aggregate seems good. I don't know about you. Sorry, just got 22 stuck in my head. Alright, more land. Perfect. That's what this Eldrazi Devastator's for. And our opponent is playing mono blue. Good deal. Can't attack, unfortunately. We do have a Skyline Cascade, which will be a good thing to play when our opponent attacks with Benthic Infiltrator. So we can play that and Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Dampening Pulse. That's gross. No blocks. Please attack me. Please. Oh, you're no fun. So instead, I think I'm just going to play Looming Spires, targeting my Vile Aggregate. Since my opponent didn't attack me. Just got so many lands. This way, Vile Aggregate can get through a Benthic Infiltrator. Let's see. Royal Spout. Our opponent is playing blue-white, but seems pretty low on the white mana part of that particular equation. Our opponent played another island. Deal. Dampening Pulse is super annoying though. Hedron Archive, sure. Let's see. We have 3 lands in hand, 4 in the battlefield, yeah, sure. We're hoping to intimidate our opponent. It's not working. Man, our Eldrazi Devastator is only going to be a 7/9. What? Okay. That's strange, worrisome, endless one. Alright. I mean, I'm certainly taking a hit from the endless one. Because we can Skyline Cascade it. Which I think is more valuable than playing Eldrazi Devastator on time. Although our opponent might be pretty cautious about attacking with that endless one. They have 3 cards in hand. They're at 14 to our 20. Another fatty, sure. Just get the boom booms. I could also double block the endless one. That would be amusing. Land. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Process that, friend. And not attacking. Not playing a land. No blocks. Ulamog's despoiler, sure. Tap that thing. My opponent has an 8/8, but can't do anything with it, which is pretty funny to me. Now I'm gonna have a 7/9. Drawing adverse conditions would be nice. Opponent gets to draw cards though? That's not fair. I like drawing cards. I like your strat, opponent. Playing big things is something I like to do too. Helmar Tidecaller, getting back Royal Spout. No! So my opponent gets to kill basically anything with the Royal Spout next turn. Which makes me less inclined to play this Eldrazi Devastator, but I think it's worth doing still. Gives my opponent something to think about. I'll take it. Come on, adverse conditions. My opponent isn't gonna, like... Okay. That's fine. Like, my opponent could have cast Royal Spout and then use Benthic Infiltrator to exile the top card of my library, which was an Eldrazi Devastator at the time. Oh no. Yep, yep. RTFC, I know. Cool it. Just missing out important things. Double anticipate. That's a lot of anticipates. Alright, new plan. Deck our opponent. Not if they keep making land drops. Come on. Adverse conditions. I think adverse conditions wins us a game. It's a Nettle Drone. But we're just dead? Yeah, we're just dead. I think Rush of Ice will be useful. Over... I don't even know. No. I think I just run it. They were able to stall long enough, and that was kind of annoying. Also, dampening pulse. Can't deal with dampening pulse. Yes, I'll be on the play. Yes, I'll keep this. We just need one more land. Gonna lead with Sky Spawner. Because reasons. Puts the most damage on the board the fastest. Yeah, that's the reason. Salvage drone, are you kidding me? Stupid salvage drone. Hate that card. Also because I can probably just use the token to block salvage drone. That's fine, didn't need it. Pathway arrows is again a little awkward. Although if that's how my opponent wants to do it, I can just pump my guys. Play bigger things than what they can deal with. Like Vestige of Emrakul, for example. Nettle Drone's a little bit awkward, but fortunately one of them got exiled. Okay. It's also fine. Ruination Guide does a nice job of countering that. Going to attack. If my Eldrazi Scion survives, I'd consider playing Ugin's Insight. Do I want to do that? I think I just play Vestige of Emrakul. I'd like to put pressure on my opponent while I still can. So attacking with everything except for the Ruination Guide. Okay. I don't understand quite why my opponent did that. Like, they get to loot. But I get to play another fatty. And then next turn I get to Ruin Processor them. Whatever they play, they can't use pathway arrows with. So, yeah, I don't get it. Also, we just win next turn. Take your damage. Yep, resolves. Unless this has hexproof. Doesn't, does it? Got there. Splash black for Myers Malice. That actually doesn't seem like a bad idea. Over Devastator. Could also side in Obnix. Put a lot of pressure on my opponent. We'll run it. We'll see how it goes. Cool. Keep it. It's got a 2-drop into a Benthic Infiltrator, into a Merc Strider. It's the plan, anyway. Evolving Wilds. Or just an island. That works too. No 2-drop for my opponent. Good deal. Although Benthic Infiltrator without Ruination Guide is kind of awkward. If my opponent just slams Dampening Pulse. Excuse me. Okay. It's fine. I think we still play Benthic Infiltrator though. In spite of my opponent's consistent turn 4 Dampening Pulse. No, just a Pathway Arrows. That's cool. Did you think of that yourself? Yep. So I can't play Nettle Drone right now. I can, however, attack with both my... Yeah, I'll attack with Benthic Infiltrator. I'll play a Merc Strider. Bounce that. Yep. Sure. I'll just play a Nettle Drone, that's fine. This way I can attack with everything. If my opponent is messing around with Pathway Arrows, I don't think I mind. Yeah, sure. That's totes fine. I'd like to add adverse conditions in response to, like, equipping Pathway Arrows. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, hey, we hit the Dampening Pulse. Sweet. In that case, maybe I'll just play Oracle of Dust. Yeah, we'll play Oracle of Dust. I'm okay throwing away Nettle Drone. I'd like to get my loot on. Interesting. Also, this way if I draw a land, I can adverse conditions and cast Nettle Drone, which seems good. Yes, that's fine. So I'll play this guy. And then I'm going to attack with Oracle of Dust and Benthic Infiltrator and Kozilek Sentinel. I get blown out if my opponent plays a, what's his face? Natural Connection, but otherwise I just get stuff to loot. So, get an extra 2 damage or something. Also now, Benthic Infiltrator does exactly 0 with the Pathway Arrows. My opponent doesn't seem very interested in attacking with the Wavewing Elemental. My opponent can, however, kill my Mercstrider by tapping out. No, yes, by tapping out with both their Benthic Infiltrator and their Wavewing Elemental. I wonder if that's something they're interested in doing. Just a Helmar Tidecaller? Okay. Just putting more bodies on the board. I got you. I'm going to loot. Probably just looting away this Nettle Drone. Yeah, I'd rather have a land. Move to combat. I'd tap my dude if I were you. It's fine. I'm not going to attack. I will take 5, friend. Alright, so I'm not really interested in looting. I will search for an island. Skyline Cascade was a good draw. Now I can clutch with Awaken this guy and that thing. Sure. Just attacking. If my opponent double blocks something, that's just dandy, I guess. What probably should be happening, if you really want to prevent damage, is the Helmar Tidecaller would go in front of the Mercstrider and the Mist Intruder would go in front of, like, probably just Kozilek Sentinel. Then you take 7, yeah. But you'd get to draw 2 cards, play your Benthic Infiltrator, have a Mist Intruder and a Benthic Infiltrator untapped at least. But probably just dead to adverse conditions anyway, just saying. Or your Mist Intruder could equip the Pathway Arrows. My opponent does have 1 card in hand, so just... What? It's like the exact same block, but that's just so much worse. I don't know what my opponent has in hand. There's a disclaimer attached to that. My opponent could have a combat trick. In which case, I definitely would have blocked this thing. What is this? Royal's Retribution. Okay, yeah, you got it. So I lose 2 of my guys. You take 5. I get to ingest. You don't get to crack do your thing. Salvage drone. Sure. Come on, Rolling Thunder. That works. I think I just adverse conditions these 2 things. I don't really care about the Wavewing Elemental. I just want my opponent to be forced to use the Mist Intruder so that I can attack with my other stuff. And then I can loot, or actually looting seems bad. But I can attack, deal 3. Ooh, got the Royal Spout. Sick. Actually, I think looting would be good because I basically don't want anything other than Rolling Thunder. Stone Fury would also be better than Rune Processor. So my opponent's moving the Pathway Arrows over to Wavewing Elemental? Sure. If I play Myers Malice, I'll have an extra attacker, and then these 2 can block the thing. Yeah, we'll discard the Rune Processor for sure. Cast with Awaken, target you, target this. Pay 6. Yeah, having a haste guy was also a good draw. So Myers Malice, citing it in, actually relevant. Because my opponent, yeah. Cool, got there. Open it up, Nicholas, didn't play it, let's go.